Lately here on Ghostbusters News, we've featured a few retrospectives on some classic episodes of the Real Ghostbusters and Extreme Ghostbusters, in particular some of the unofficial crossovers that took place. With the last feature centered around the time the Extreme Ghostbusters met the Men in Black. Now today's video, it is a bit different as it's not a crossover. Instead, it's just one of the Real Ghostbusters' best episodes of Season 4. I mean, at least that's what I'm told, as today's feature, it is a request from Ghostbusters News Patreon member Alpha Duck Gotcha. In fact, Alpha Duck, they call it their favorite episode of the show. So what episode is it? Well, it's called Short Stuff. Now can we pause it just right here? Before I go any further, let me just say I'm drawing a blank. I have no memory of this episode from its name. Maybe I'll remember it when it begins, but yeah, I'm coming into this one pretty much blind. Like, I know I've seen it, I've watched every episode of the Real Ghostbusters, but I'm old and I'm getting forgetful. So things kick off in a rundown looking neighborhood, and this ghost, it looks kind of familiar. I mean, at first it reminded me of those old 1980s Germs toys, but I had to log on to Ghostbusters Wiki, and its name is apparently the Three-Legged Hopper. And strangely, this ghost, it also appears during the end credits of Extreme Ghostbusters. And is it just me, or does it look incredibly close to that ghost seen in the Ghostbusters VR announcement trailer? Anyways, the Ghostbusters, they make quick work of the Class 2 disturbance, and something is clearly wrong with Ray.
And we make it look so easy, don't we?
Maybe too easy.
What's the matter there, champ?
Guess I'm just getting a little bored with the job.
Wait a minute now, Ray. Ray is becoming a bit bored of ghostbusting. Ray. Out of all the Ghostbusters, Ray.
I'm tired of chasing all these little Class 2s and 3s. Remember the good old days? Stay Puffed? The Sandman? We haven't seen a major manifestation in months.
Okay, so he just wants a bigger threat. I get that. I'll buy that. That sounds like Ray, and in turn, very much Dan Aykroyd. And also, props to the writers for putting the Sandman on the same level as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Now, little does Ray know, a big threat, it is on the way as we cut to the Ghost World and see the series debut of the Ghostmaster.
I've had enough of those pests. It's time I took care of them, once and for all.
The concept here is pretty cool, as the Ghostmaster is enlisting 3 ghostly bounty hunters, with each given the exact same task: bring him the Ghostbusters alive. Back at the firehouse, the Ghostbusters, they have clearly come a long way from eating Chinese food paid with petty cash.
What was that?
Whoa! Let's find out!
The first bounty hunter, it is unleashed, and according to Ghostbusters Wiki, it is named Animax. It's revealed to be part spider, and yeah, it shows. Quickly trapping both Ray and Peter, and speaking of traps...
Bullseye!
Ow, just ow there. We then cut to Egon, and he knows something is up.
This wasn't merely a haunting, it was an ambush.
The Ghostbusters are then shown coming back from a random call, I guess. And, oh, wait a minute. Adorable Egon and Slimer moment. Anyways, coming back from that call, the Ghostbusters have another run-in with this fog snake tentacle beast. Its name is the Mistcrawler. It looks really cool, but it doesn't pose like any threat. Its screen time is less than like 2 minutes, and Egon, he outsmarts it, he traps it.
Way to go, Egon!
Yeah! Way to go, Egon!
Thank you.
Another adorable Egon and Slimer moment. 2 down, 1 to go. The third ghost is then unleashed, and this one is named Dark. And as evident from when we first see it, I mean, it looks really cool. But it's a shapeshifter as it takes the appearance of someone off a Punk Cinema magazine cover. If only it was a 1989 issue of Rolling Stones magazine. The Ghostbusters, they set up a security system with neutrino wands on the ready, security cameras, which are all highly ineffective. Dark, he takes control of Janine, having her open up the front door, letting him right in.
Who are you?
My master awaits you.
And apparently Dark is the paranormal equivalent of Wayne Zielinski, because as he tries to bust the boys in gray, or the boys in two-tone colorful flight suits, he hits other things that are clearly shrinking in size. And can we just stop this episode right here? Because for a season 4 episode, yeah, you know what? This one is actually really good. From an animation standpoint, the story, it's not bad. And going back to the story, the Ghostbusters, they get zapped, shrinking them down into the most highly detailed 6-inch scale Real Ghostbusters action figures we've ever seen. Take that, Kenner, Hasbro, Diamond Select Toys.
Slimer, what happened?
The guy's itty bitty.
What do you mean? How itty bitty, Slimer?
Teensy, teensy.
Oh my gosh, we have to find them!
So, Janine just doesn't like short people? Slimer with the save, and while Dark is making his way back to New York City, the Ghostbusters, they get to ride Slimer.
Yeah, do we have to do this?
You'd rather be back in that glass beach ball? Let's get out of here.
Learning that they may have moved down a bit on the food chain, the Ghostbusters have a run-in with a crow, and Winston, he delivers the line of the episode.
Go suck some worms, pal, and leave us alone.
With Dark quickly following, the Ghostbusters find themselves at a bottling plant, and this allows for some Honey, I Shrunk the Kids hijinks.
Are we having fun yet, Ray?
All right, I admit it isn't going exactly the way I thought.
That's a load off.
Janine's attempting to find a spell that'll turn the Ghostbusters back to normal, but is coming up a little short. Get it? A little short because the Ghostbusters are small.
E-Pop? Relic? Nutta!
Heading back to the bottling company.
We're gonna drown, Ray. Drown in yuppie water.
Okay, I think that's now the best line of this episode. To make their grand escape, Egon gets the Ghostbusters to begin kicking, building up carbonation, and...
Fresh goes better with Mentos, fresh and full of life. Mentos, the fresh maker.
We're then introduced to this kid, and the Ghostbusters, they befriend him, and the kid gives them a balloon, taking them back to the firehouse. Okay, sure, I'll buy that. We then learn that Janine, she's still trying out spells, and, Nope. Turning Slimer into a triple threat, Egon and the crew, they get Janine's attention, and...
Oh, Egon! Slimer said you were small, but I thought he meant, small!
So wait a minute, Janine, you actually just thought he was short then? Like what, 5'2"? I mean, I was kidding, but Janine, she just doesn't really like short people, apparently. Trying out more spells, Peter gets turned into a rat?
Lupus in fabula, grammat I casta. Hey, Egon, look at this one.
This could be it.
Before conjuring up the dead-eyed army, Dark, he arrives on the scene, and oh, Gozer! What a way to go! They find the right spell, the Ghostbusters, they get turned back to normal, as Egon grows behind Janine. And Dark, well, he's trapped, and oh, not so adorable Peter and Slimer moment. Ugh. So yeah, with everything now back to normal, Ray, he seems content, just wanting to kick back and take it easy. That is until...
You've won this time, but you haven't seen the last of me. I'll be back. I'll be back.
So that does it for our look today at the episode Short Stuff. What do you think of this episode? Love it? Hate it? Somewhere in the middle? Again, I'd like to thank Alpha Duck Gotcha for today's request, and if you have a video you would like to see made here on the Ghostbusters News YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to our Patreon page. A link to that is down below in this video's description, and let me know. That's all I've got for you here right now. As always, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here next time.